call this meeting of the County Commissioners to order. Please join us for the pledge.
Yep.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good to see everybody today. We'll start out with minutes of our July 19th meeting.
Move to approve.
Second that.
We have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the minutes of the July 19th meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Okay, first up is our Public Transit Director, David Lang. And were you bringing Nisha with you today?
No, she's not here today.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try to
All
fight
right.
through this conversation here. Like Dale said, my name is David Lang. I'm with the Fayette Senior Center. I'm also in charge of the Fayette County Public Transit System. Today I just wanted to update what we're doing. Right now we have presently have 9 drivers. Last time we were here, I think we had 10. In the meantime, we lost that person. They went somewhere else. I want to give you a quick update on some of the things, what's happened in the last quarter. We just recently, like last week, had a compliance review audit with NDOT on July the 28th. We think everything went pretty good. They still haven't given us a final review on let's say some issues and things they want to go over, but we think the findings were good, that we shouldn't have too many issues. One thing they brought up about awareness to the community in our transit system, which seems like we fight that every month about, we are the Fayette County Public Transit System, that we can pick up people of any age or status or whatever. They need to go any place in Fayette County for doctors or whatever. So we want to make sure that everyone's aware of that. We are a public transit system, that we don't just haul old people, we haul just about everybody. So I want to bring that up again. Also, the NDOT people kind of went over our responsibilities with the county, that we feel like we are going to be more involved with the commissioners, trying to keep the commissioners more informed, better informed of our programs and our finances, and also try to be around, I guess just be around more, be around so everyone knows us, and if you have any issues or problems, get with us on it. I'd like to talk about our quarterly claim. Just like anything else, our expenses are up a little bit this quarter. Our salaries are up a little. Our expenses with utilities, repairs, and also, of course, fuel. Everybody knows about the fuel. So I'd like to present a number here that we'd like to get approved. With all those I just mentioned, our first claim would be $94,548, and this is basically for this quarter expenses. We have, actually, I'm going to ask for three different types of figures this time because of some funding. We did some improvements. We bought a new sign to put on the building. We also had to buy a lawnmower. We put in a new GPS system in our computer system that enhanced it, that we can pretty much know where our drivers are. pretty much 20, the time they're here with us. So we thought that was a real advantage. That amount would be $8,646. And then our final claim, we got some money from the American Rescue Plan that was enacted in 2021. This is money set aside for the public transportation systems that relates to the COVID-19 pandemic, and also like helping, take people to for the vaccine, for rides for that. That figures $19,492. So basically, all three of those claims, we asked for permission from the commissioners, or approval from the commissioners. Does anyone have any questions? I know I kind of went over that a little quick, but
Well, me being on your board over there, David, none of this is a surprise to me. Dale, you and Tracy, if you want to see the actual claims that David has to have approved, that's it right there. You bring up a good point, David. The transportation service that we provide over there is not just for old people, it's for anyone. It is a public transportation service, and anyone who has the need can use it.
even though these funds, we have to run them through the county to get our funds, these are all federal and state funds that there's no cost to the county. It's all coming from federal and state money. So it's really no cost to anyone.
Is this considered, with everything you said that kind of went up with fuel and stuff, do you know a percentage of how much more this is than it was this time last year? Or do you have any comparison there to know?
Not last year, but it's up since a quarter. Our fuel, I think fuel last month was like 14, and this month is 16. Now, since the gas price has gone back down, hopefully it's going to go back down again. But with the fuel, we had ridership. We had 6,860 people this last quarter that we provided ridership to. Yeah, I got this broke down a little bit here on costs. Our last quarter was $79,000 for wages for drivers and dispatch. Utilities, repairs to vehicles, $10,000. Fuel cost was $16,000. I thought that's where I saw that. And some of this money is from the CARE Act. This $94,000. That's coming out of our budget for the CARE Act. So. Any other questions?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the quarterly claims for the Fayette County Public Transit. Any further question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. I'll go ahead and sign these for you right now, David.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Jane, do you need to retain a copy of these?
Well, I'll give them to Jody, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give me for she'll process them. So. Okay. Is there anything else for me? I appreciate your attendance today, and if you have any more questions, just let us know.
You wanna give the thrift shop a plug while you're here?
Sure. our thrift shop is a basis of some of our income for the center. Last year, I'm not prepared to tell you how much it was, but it was over I think it was $35,000 we collected from people donating. We sell those items, and whoever brings it in, we turn around and pick out the best, and then resell those. And that's how we make money for the center. Helps pay the light bill, everything else. Like I said, I think last year we had the best year we ever did was $35,000, and those are just from donations.
You might say we're in the same business over there that Goodwill is up the north end of town, but our prices are cheaper, right,
They're
Dave?
cheaper. Our quality is just as good as anybody's, because, I mean, we get a lot of stuff that's got new tags on it. I mean, people that haven't even worn it. So that's a real plus for us, and we really appreciate what people do in our community to help us out too. Many times they'll say, well, I better take it to you guys instead of taking it to Goodwill. So I'm thinking, okay, good, you know. But we do appreciate all the people in Fayette County and their support.
Okay, well, thanks for coming
Okay.
in, David.
Thank you.
Michelle Dudley is on our agenda here. Did she say she was coming in?
No, she was going to be at the last meeting and then didn't receive information from the state in time, so I moved her, but I guess maybe I failed to tell her I moved her to this meeting.
Okay, sounds like she has some board appointments to take care of. You know anything about that, Tracy? You're on the board over there.
I do remember that being discussed at the last meeting, but I don't know that the person had, accepted that. I do remember a couple of names being mentioned, but I don't really have any information at this time on it either.
Okay,
Not anything solid.
we'll just wait till we hear more then. County Assessor Jeff Coleman has a 144 request, and he couldn't be here today. He wanted to rehire Montana Dixon that used to work as assessment clerk in his office before, and he has the money in his budget, his line item and everything. So he asked us to take care of that for him today, 144 for Montana Dixon.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve that 144 hire for Jeff Coleman with Montana Dixon.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Tracy, second by Dale, to approve the 144 request to hire Montana Dixon as a reassessment clerk in the assessor's office, $9.54 an hour. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Dean. Okay. And the health department also has a 144 request?
Yes.
Okay, that, hi Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy Full here for the health department, and that is out right now. We have two nurses. The one nurse is Tacoma Gibbs. She was our school liaison, but she's actually left and took another position. She was a new RN, so she wanted to get more experience. So she is going to stay and work maybe one day a week to help us out. And then he wants to, Gail Markham, she's a retired RN that used to work at Fayette, and she's going to come and work part-time, a couple of days a week. We need help with COVID testing. We test Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And right now, it's just me and Kelly doing COVID testing, the vaccines, and billing, and everything. So we need, we've lost a couple of retired nurses, which is understandable. We're thankful for all the help they have given us the last year and a half. So that is what we're needing at this point.
Okay, so you need approval for 2 people?
Yes, yeah, and that would, all paid through grants that we have.
Yeah. Okay. Does Jane have a copy of you got it here?
I'll move to approve the health department's request for 144.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the health department's 144 requests for Gail Markham and
Tequioma.
Tecleoma.
Yeah.
That's a hard one for me to
It
pronounce.
is. We call her T.
Say it again, Dale.
At $21.90 an hour. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. There you go, Amy.
Thank you guys very
Is there
much.
do you have anything like a department report or anything you can share with us today?
So, the other reason we do need help is July the 1st, the state has increased lead cases, so they lowered the number. And so they said we would have a 300% increase in lead cases here. And so far we have about 10 patients. That requires a lot of time because once we get the results and it's over a certain amount, you have to open a case, then you have to call the doctor's office, ask them when are they going to repeat the lead lab, and then talk to the parents, send out education to them, and then if we send a letter, like a letter that Matt has wrote up, and if they request someone to come to their home to have it checked for lead, but Indiana is we're pretty high with lead cases, and so that is another thing that has happened, and that was like July the 1st. We are still getting COVID. It is still, it's pretty high right now, but the numbers are skewed. You really can't go by the numbers because there's too many home tests and that kind of thing. But we are seeing a lot of testing. They have been positive, a lot of positive cases. We are still getting new patients coming in, getting the COVID vaccine. A lot of it's for work, people starting new jobs. And then a lot of people just, after a year and a half, decided that they wanted to go ahead and get the vaccine. The other thing we're dealing with right now is monkeypox. Unfortunately, we'll probably end up seeing it here. And that is in itself going to be a great deal of what we have to do there. It could take up to 6 weeks for isolation. They're saying 4 weeks, but if anyone here does get it, we have to reach out to them and check on them every day. If they don't have family, we will have to figure out a way because they have to be isolated until everything is healed up on them. So I think there was a report on the news this morning that they said Wayne County, Fayette County, surrounding counties were at high risk for it probably. So we are educated every couple days on that. We have to watch Zoom calls on the protocols and what we will do and what we have to do. They have our Dr. White, mine, and Matt's numbers after hours if they have to get a hold of us. So unfortunately, it is a real thing that a lot of people don't think it is. It's out there, and let's hope it don't come here, but I have a feeling it probably is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much about it. We are doing backpack giveaways to get those kids in here. And we have, I think last Monday to Wednesday, we did about 50 kids. And so the IDAOH had also sent out a letter on June the 30th for every kid here in Indiana to get their vaccines. And so I think that really helped pushing parents to get their kids in to get vaccines. So we've seen a big increase. I've been here almost 2 years, and this is probably the best I've seen so far.
I was going to say you should be in full swing of preschool vaccinations right now.
Oh, yeah, this is, we have been, though, that's what's been nice. We tried last summer. We stayed open, we did lots of things, we advertised, but we just didn't get them last year. And so finally, we're starting to see, and then we work with the schools. We've did Little Spartans, we worked with them. We've done several things to help, and I think it's helping. So I think we're on the right path.
Good. Well, we'll appreciate what you do down
Well,
there.
thank you. Thank you guys for letting us get someone that we needed.
Anyone have any more questions for Amy? Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Yep, thank you guys. Thanks.
Okay. Sheriff Joey Laughlin. Always the bearer of good news.
Always, always. This is not bad news at all. Just quickly, I think the last time I was here, we discussed us filling Billy Wason's spot with his retirement. After that meeting, we were able to reach out and we hired Joe Becker, who worked at the Connersville City Police Department, previously worked for us. We initially hired him, and he had expressed to me several times over the past few years that he wished he'd never left. He really liked the department. It was just a good fit for him. So we were able to offer him the position after the merit board meeting. Merit board voted 5-0 to hire him back. So with your guys' approval, I'd like to get Joe back in the fold to take Billy Wason's open spot on our road division.
That's kind of a easy one for you, isn't
We
it?
can throw him in a car, and he knows the roads, he knows the county, he's very familiar, very experienced officer, good officer, and it's a win-win for us.
So can we watch you throw him in the car?
What's that?
Can we watch you throw him in the car?
Oh, gosh, no, yeah, I don't, that one may be out of my, I don't think I can handle him, he's too big for me.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second that for Joe Becker to replace Billy Mason as a road deputy.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to approve the Sheriff's 144 request to hire Joe Becker as road deputy. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane.
Just heads up, nothing official on anything else, but there's potential that we'll have, be revisiting this for another spot very soon. So I'll probably see you guys in 2 weeks. But that's probably all I should say for now. But we're going to move quickly on some of this stuff. We still do have our road process going on now. We're paring that down to a final 5, have some good candidates to choose from. Don't know where all the spots are going to lie. We're still waiting on the grant that we put in for that you guys approved. Still hoping to find out about that. We will be putting Aaron McQueen, school starts next week. We still haven't heard about the grant, but we will be assigning Aaron to the school, the high school, to start the school year out. We'll have enough road coverage. Grant goes through, we'll get somebody hired, everything should fall into shape, and we should be in. I'm very excited, but also it's Jane and I were texting a little bit this morning about it, and it's good news and sad too, some of it. So, but change is hopefully good, and everybody's moving on to different things, and it's creating opportunity within our department, which is exciting too. So, so I'll probably see you guys in 2 weeks. I did have a question, Jane, if I can. I have to work the fair tonight. There was an opening for fair security, so I won't be able to make the council meeting tonight for that.
We can do that.
Okay, I can Zoom you guys from the fair if you want me to. But
Oh, great.
I don't want anybody to see this close up. It would be scary for the council. But, so, do you guys have any questions about anything? I'll keep you updated, and I'll get out of your hair.
Well, Joey, going some weeks back when we had the initial discussion about your grant applications and such,
Yes.
were we talking at the time about getting together with certain school officials?
We do, and it's creeped up on us. School, this seems to be the shortest summer. I don't know why. It just went by really, really fast for us, even though it's the same amount of time. We do need to have that discussion with school officials. I'd be happy to facilitate something as soon as possible. Obviously, school's starting next week and the fair going on this week. Probably a little chaotic for everybody, but I will put something together very soon. I will reach out to Mr. Collins when I leave and see what we can put together, because I know the council is interested in speaking too. And my apologies, it's a few different kind of haymakers have came in the past few weeks, including COVID. I think that lady left. I had COVID, so I was on 5-day lockdown for that too. And I did a home test, so they don't know I tested either.
Well, we've all got a lot on our plate these days, but I think originally we agreed that the grant process that we're going through right now on the school security is at best a temporary solution.
Sure,
So we
sure.
we do need to work on a long-term
solution.
plan on this thing,
Yeah.
because if we're entirely dependent on grant handouts for school security, that's not the stability that we're looking for.
No, and it won't be. I mean, you know, and even talking to the council, I mean, there's, to get into all the figures, I mean, there would be some cost, but there is also like we said, you're getting, the school would be getting them 70% of the time, but the county would be getting them 32%. The guy's not, guy or lady, if we hire somebody for that, they won't be getting summers off. I mean, it's not going to be like the school schedule, or the county's going to get a benefit from it too. But I agree, long term, there needs to be a plan. I mean, we're dreaming big, to be honest, on the SRO stuff, and my time is coming to an end as the sheriff, but I'm not going anywhere, and I hope to be involved in the planning. But you know, our long-term goal is to have SROs at all the Fayette County schools, but that's going to take some movement from the school side financially too. But I think they're receptive to that, but I think as parents in the community, we need to make that happen yesterday. It needs to happen, and I don't want to see this continue to be an issue that I know it's easy to say, but I think could be resolved pretty quickly. And I know a lot of retired and soon to be retired police officers that would be very interested in a part-time job protecting all of our schools. And this stuff isn't going to go away, as we've seen in Greenwood. It's awful that the last time I was here we was talking about Uvalde, and now we're talking about what happened in Greenwood. And thank God for that kid that was there, who by all accounts is the best shot he possibly could be. He's a hero. He should be on every news station there is. But it stinks we're already talking about that. So this stuff isn't going away. As a parent, put that over to the sheriff or anything else. We've got to continue to work together to make these schools safer, and there is a good path to doing that. But I will set something up, and we can start on that, fix this this immediate thing with the high school, and then I'd like to broaden this out. And I know I've talked to both our sheriff's candidates, and I know they're interested in that as well. So should be no reason we can't make our schools safer than they are.
Well, if you get to the point where you have at least a roundtable discussion made possible, just let us know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because there's a great deal of interest in this from all sides.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't want this to be, like you said, a temporary fix. I want us to, and the school's receptive too. They've been great. I think just everybody sitting in the same room, and everybody understanding the other sides of the issue for everybody. I think everybody thinks this group's got all the money and this group's got all the money and they should pay for this. And I don't want to see the safety of our kids get caught up in, to me, pennies when it takes, you know, what it's going to take to keep our kids safe. I don't want just everybody getting too jammed up on that when we sit down. I think everybody gets in the same room. It makes sense for everybody, and we can make this happen. So I'm excited to get that going, and I will set something up, and I will let you know probably by the end of the day we'll get something set up.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else? We don't get a chance at this guy very often.
Yeah, hit me here. What you got me? Got a few shots left at me. Got 5 months to hit me.
Okay.
No, I am retired from. I don't think I can pull myself back up on there anymore. To be honest, I shouldn't admit that. But I got some battle wounds. I won't take any more of your time. Thank you guys. If you need anything, just
Thanks,
text.
you
I'll
are.
let you know about the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, 911 Director Kelly Van Meter.
Hi guys, I'm here for a 144 request. Her name is Jamie West. We have had, when I do this schedule every other month or week, I find myself running short. Full-timers this summer has, wanted vacations, of course, nothing wrong with that. They all have time to take. And some of our part-timers, they also, have wanted to be off, and I get that. So it's just, here for the summer, the schedule has run short of manpower. So I've just kind of been bringing on board some more part-timers. So I find myself hiring a couple here, it just seems like I've been pulling in some extra people because we're just running short, it seems like every minute of the day. And of course, not just vacations, you gotta allow for people that have not felt good. I mean, I had COVID back in July, I was out for 5 days. I think in that 5 days that I was off, we get the text messages for shift openings, and I think I counted 4 open shifts while I was off. And it was just like, I'm sitting at home not feeling good, and I'm like gritting my teeth, doing a lot of other stuff that I won't say, but it's just like, oh my God, And I do cover shifts when I worked, not this week, but last weekend. I don't mind covering shifts, but when you're sick, you can't go do it. And that leaves maybe one person doing it all, and that's not fair to them either. So that's why I'm, hired. But anyway, Jamie, she's really cool, really good. She's in there training this past week, and she's doing well. So that's why I've been hiring some part-timers. Any question on that? I got a part-timer that's been over there. She's going to be at EMS. She's been there for a little bit. I've already done her 144, but she'll be over there Thursday with you guys. And then I'm also here for some money transfer. It was my oversight. I have to, okay, go ahead.
That'll be council.
That'll be council. Okay, sorry.
You can tell them, but they
Okay.
can't. Yeah.
I'm going to transfer some money. It was my oversight just due to the fact that when I went to budget hearings last year and asked for a raise, I had lowered the stipend lines in hopes for raises. So my oversight was not putting enough money in the stipend line. So now I've run low. So I'll go council and I'll ask them. Then the other news was yesterday my radio guys came in, ECS, and we are starting to build our new radio. So that's good news too. I'm very excited. So in a couple more weeks they'll be back and we will really get down to the nitty gritty and start pulling some stuff and putting the new stuff in. So I'm really excited about that. They came in yesterday and went down to the basement, copied a lot of the different little frequencies we have, did some radio testing, went on the roof and did some antenna looking because we get a new antenna, but they wanted to see what the other one, was looking like. That's what's going on. Any questions going on?
Sounds like you're busy over there.
Yeah, we have been. Radio call volume's been pretty good, and like I said, we have been busy. Like I said, I'm happy about the radio guys. They just finished up at Rushville. They're still doing a little tweaking over at the Rushville City, but they're mainly done over at Rushville. And now they're here, so we'll have them for a while at our place, but we're really excited.
Now Kelly, on this 144 request, you also have Laura and Katie transfer.
Well, I wrote, because I had already done her 144, but I wrote that out for Haley over in payroll, because she had asked me for that too, because I forgot to give her the 144. But
Okay.
Katie's been with us for a little while,
All right.
and I'd already came I came here for her. Her name, we call her Katie, but her name's Lauren. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But she's one person.
So it's Jamie West is the only one we need to take care of.
Yeah, JD
today.
West is my newest one. She's been there for a couple of weeks training, just training along. Really like her, so far so good. And again, we might be losing one part-timer because Grant Davison, he's been interviewing with our sheriff's department and DNR. He's young, he's looking for a career. He's been with us for about 2 years. So I'm also kind of prepping for losing him as a part-timer. Because he's been kind of giving me, not a warning, but like, hey, I'm doing this and this. And I don't want to all of a sudden one day him say, hey, I've got a job. And then here we are again. So I went ahead and got ahead of time and hired a couple more people.
Okay,
I'll move to approve 144 for Jamie West.
I'll second that.
and we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve the 144 request from Jamie West, $12.75 an hour, 911 call center. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. There you go.
Thank you, and there's no other questions or anything going on? Okay. All right. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, thanks for coming
Have a
in.
great day.
Hey, Kelly, I got one. Have you heard anything on the grant on the radios?
Not yet, but it won't be until September that we hear.
Okay.
So we got about a month, 2 months, or,
Yeah.
But I'll let you know. I
Okay.
just talked to Jolisa yesterday, and she hasn't heard anything but September.
Okay,
Okay, dear.
thanks.
I'm excited. I hope we get those.
Yes.
Okay. Animal Shelter Director Dave Rickman is here. Dave, do you have anything for us today?
I have a couple things, maybe. I think it's good to share this. Our adoptions, been kind of slow a little bit, but this last month, we have 26 that was adopted and 10 of them that was claimed on cats and dogs. I will get the paper out to you, but I've seen a couple of mistakes that I made. I gotta clear that one up. I've been doing some cat trap and releasing in certain areas where we've been having issues with them. What the cat and release is, trap and release is that we trap some cats around that area and get them fixed and get their shots up, and we clip the ears clipped. Then we put them back in there. Eventually, it's going to start lowering the cat population because the other cats that's fixed will keep the other ones at bay. So that means they start dropping the population down. I'm trying to do it here and there. We're trying to work on several of them, different same area right now, trying to get it done, so we can get them processed and get them done. The way we've been doing it is send them over to like Dayton, Ohio, down there, Eva down there at the Rickman County main site. She's been coming up, we load them up, and she shipped them to take them over there and stay all day and bring them back to us. Our cost on a feral cat for us, because shelter, is like $10. So we couldn't pass that offer up. Because usually a cat, if you take a cat to a regular vet, it'll cost you at least a couple hundred or so. So we're trying to work in some areas, trying to get the cat population down. That's the only way we can do it. But sometimes we might need some help with trying to get them caught to bring them up, get them trapped and bring them up to us. Sometimes we might need a little bit of help like that. Keep an eye on them and so we can switch them out and try to get as many cats as we can. So far, I've done 25 cats within 2 months. So we're working on it. But we like to try to get the public to help out a little bit. We got the traps, if they can just help us get them caught and everything.
Well, your theory certainly does work with other species, so I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work with cats.
Whenever Ava came up and talked to me about getting this started, with Ferg picking them up and doing it, and telling me what the price was, I thought, man, that's a win-win situation to us, I think.
It's very cheap.
Yes. Oh, yes. And if I got a cat up there that's super friendly, instead of going to a regular vet and getting up charged like a couple $100 or $70 a piece, I'll get her to take them over there and it's 20. I can get them done. The shelter, the shelter cats can get it done for $25. So that's even cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get this straightened up for you and hand it in to you
Okay.
on papers. We're hanging in there. Got
Anybody
any
have any
questions?
further questions for David? Well, thanks, David.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Oh, there's one other thing I've got. I wonder if I can ask Jay if they can try to fix our road. Our road's getting worse. Can you do it, Jay?
I'll tell you right now, you're on the bottom of the list.
Well, I wasn't going to say nothing, but then I had a couple people, man, they need to get the city up here. I said, this is county. I said, I'm probably on the bottom area. But I said, I'll ask. So I'm asking.
Okay. Well, Jay, you're next up. You can address that if you want to.
Oh.
Good afternoon. We'll get his road when we get a chance to get in there to it. Right now, we're out there on the west side, paving that out in there. How much money you want to spend on it?
Well,
That's an easy question.
you talking about
We can pave both sides and down.
you're talking about the road up to the top of the hill at the animal shelter?
Yep.
Well,
If we go around to one side, it'll be an easier climb for them than straight down that hillside. But we can do both sides. You understand what I'm saying? One road swings around to the right, and comes back in front of the new building and goes up to the animal shelter.
yeah, well, that one that loops around there, you don't ever use that, do you, David?
Every now and then, not a whole lot.
Doesn't your
No,
delivery
he said
trucks
we-
use it?
Huh?
Doesn't your delivery trucks use it? Because that's a steep climb for them going the other way.
I tell them they can use that side over there, you know, but then a couple of them still use that steep side. But I'd rather, it wouldn't hurt me at all if we close that now, just use that north side. that you're talking about.
Just use the steep side.
No, use that other side, the north
Oh.
side, north side drive.
Well, if you put a sign up there, say one way this way, and then go up one way and come down the other, you won't have a problem with it.
I do have signs, I'm just waiting on them to get them put up.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
We got the sign, we already got the sign down there at you know who, Charboth. So I'm waiting on him. Boy, you're right, I'm at the bottom. Oh, wait a minute.
We'll get it taken care of. It's a narrow road, it won't take a lot to do it, I don't think.
Yeah, it's
If
practically
you make it one way and down the other way, it just has to make a no path for one vehicle would be all right. We're still working out there off of, we did 50 north, coming east, and we're down around where the old Longwood Bridge used to be. Getting ready to go up that, down to 400. Then we got some to do down behind Snyder and that down in there. But they'll be tomorrow trying to get the rest of this done. But the rain kind of slowed them down the other day. They got good and wet out there trying to do that road.
I haven't been out to look. Have you got to Pleasant View neighborhood yet?
No, we're gonna do it after we get that behind it and then come back out to it.
Okay. Well, we all got your list today of the
That's the sign list for Dan.
sign locations for the bridges. And I haven't counted these, but I think you had. How many?
There's 22 bridges that need to.
94,
94.
94 on that list.
Yeah, there are 22 bridges with the
Yeah,
sign, yeah, 4
4 signs.
signs each, plus, yeah.
And by your list here on the last page, that these signs are going to be located up to 2.5 miles away from the actual bridge
That's the
itself.
The nearest intersection.
weight limit ahead sign, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the nearest intersection to the bridge. And
If they can't see the bridge, you have to put a sign out away from it.
Makes sense.
Do you want to share with the general public what our status is on this right now? Having ordered everything and nothing's here and,
He's got everything located, well, he's got everything marked to be located. He's not gonna locate them until he makes sure he's got the stuff on hand. Because there's no sense in locating them, and then 2 weeks later, they come in with the stuff, and the locate's gone. Because they only give you a couple weeks to get them done, when they locate something. He'll just have to locate a section at a time as he does them, and I'll probably put a couple guys out there with him to get it done. Provided I got enough people to do it. We've been running about 4 guys short for the last 3 weeks. Due to COVID and all other stuff. I had a couple guys off on vacation and 2 guys got sick. 1 guy's still off sick. So it's out there and just it'll catch you if you ain't careful.
yeah, it's still out there for sure. Well, do you, now we were given an August 31st deadline on all these new bridge
Yeah.
signs. Does it look like we'll be able to meet that or not?
I don't see that very, very well happening.
I mean, every county in the country's got it, right? It's federally mandated,
Yeah.
so, I mean, as long as you're working on it, I don't think it'll be an issue. If you had ordered signs or, you know, because they want the dates that the signs were ordered and everything, as long as you're doing it, I don't think it'll be an issue, because you're not gonna tell me, even very few counties in the state will have it done, much less the whole country, you know, so it's, yeah. As long as we're working on it and everything.
He said all of his hardware and posts are down there waiting on him, because he had to get posts and everything for him, because how many it's gonna take. And I told him, I said, you need to see if you can pick it up, and you can at least get your posts in the ground. But he's afraid they'll pull them out of the ground when he sticks them out their mouths. Because some people don't like them when you put them close to your yards.
Yeah, that's right. A lot
Yeah.
of people don't.
And we've had a lot of them pulled out, did stop signs and everything.
Yeah.
I would recommend you document everything, so you got documentation to show NDOT that you are making the attempts to get it done and you're waiting for the signs. The signs are ordered X amount of days, whatever. They're telling us 6 to 8 weeks. You know, you just got this notice here last month, if they're saying the end of August. There's no way that you're gonna get all these signs, because everybody in the state's wanting.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. They can't get the blanks for the big signs.
And, you know, steel's as hard to come by as everything else is, so you don't know when you're gonna get it, let alone getting the nuts and bolts to put them all together. It would make it easier, maybe, but if you just document everything that I've made this order this day, we're waiting on the order to return. As soon as it gets here, you just document that they're received and we're in the process of installing, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, when Derek Towle was here and told us about all this coming, he told us about the deadline, but he didn't say who was going to be going around checking and seeing if we'd done it or not. I don't recall that part of it. So I don't know when or if we'll ever have to go through an inspection on it.
well, the next time the bridges become inspected, they'll be part of that inspection and turned in, you know, so I don't know if anyone is going to be coming out from NDOT to drive around and look at all these bridges, see if they're inspected. But I think you have to turn in a list of what you've got that needs signs, what type, and then just when they were installed, you know? And I know you have to do that to keep it up, but there's nobody from NDOT that's gonna be out there looking at these.
You need to, whatever you're saying, you need to write them down as you put them up.
Yeah, write them down when you put them
And
up.
date them and
Install
everything else,
Yeah.
sign them up.
Okay, well, that's easy enough, I guess.
Well, the hard part you got is your order 96, and you know, what size are the signs?
4 feet by 4 feet.
4 feet by 4 foot sign, and that's probably a $150 sign or $200 sign. Now you got a budget of $18,000 or more that I've gotta come up with. Which we're not planning to, where's that money coming from? You know, it comes from something to take care of, and, you know, none of the money's, I'll say unfunded Band-Aid type things, you know, but
Okay, you got anything else, Jay?
Well, I had brush cutter out, but then I come up short-handed again this morning, so I had to put him on back the street so to keep paving going.
It's always something, isn't it?
Yep, it never fails. If we could find about 4 part-time people to work, would be ideal, but we can't find them. They don't want to work, not for $10 an hour. It's just the way they are. Then they would go sling hamburgers for 15, so I can't say as I blame them.
And we do have 2 summer part-timers, don't we?
We've got one now, Chuck's still there.
Okay.
The one that was a high school senior, or sophomore in high school, in college, he went back to college.
Oh, okay.
He's already left.
All
And
right.
he was real good help.
Well, I forget, it's already August 2nd.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about the door on the building down there so we can get that other paver inside?
I have not.
Have not. Okay, 'cause Morris asked me today about it. I said, I don't know, I'll ask.
Don't have any news on that. I think Dale was gonna talk to somebody.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day and he didn't want to even, said he didn't have time to even look at it, so we're back to looking.
My guess is we'll probably have to take our chances with the people that actually built the building originally.
That's what it sounded like. Nobody else wants to touch it.
Yeah, and they're not gonna be cheap. Would you like to share any news on the distributor truck?
It is working. We put a new electronic eye on it, and it works perfect after all this work.
Finally.
We shot 150 between the road above, north of us, on out toward the Ziegler. And it did exactly what it's supposed to do. You can stand back there and throw gravel at it, and you just grab the gravel as soon as it hit it. That's the way it's supposed to do. There's supposed to be enough oil there to grab the gravel when you throw it at it.
So we can chip seal in earnest this season.
Yep. Provided we got enough money left. I'm gonna have to keep the guys strip patching so we can save enough to chip seal.
Yeah. Well, I know everybody prefers new pavement over
I know.
Chip and seal, but it's all a question of money.
Have you been over on the east side where we did them roads over in there?
Not yet.
You need to travel and look at them because those are all strip patched and there's spaces in between them, but they've improved the road 100%. I mean, you can't beat it. And it stretched, we didn't use hardly that much. We did probably use maybe half of what we've already put down over there. And the rest has been over here where we've been doing stuff solid. So it makes a difference.
I know they're on 150 North, that strip you got there where we had to replace the culverts at Cox Farm. That helped that strip there for sure.
Yeah, that worked pretty good there.
Yeah. Well, that's nothing new. We see that in the other counties too, strip patching. Anybody got anything else for Jay?
Nope.
Have you given any thought to me taking my vacation?
Can't you wait till winter time or something?
Nobody wants to take their vacation in the wintertime, Dale. You know how busy it gets down there in the wintertime.
I don't think he deserves a vacation himself.
Are you hearing this?
Well, when are you wanting to go?
Right after Fair Week.
Right after Fair Week?
Yep,
That'd be next week.
yep.
Have you got anybody down there that,
I was gonna ask you if you had any suggestions. You tell me who to give it to and I'll give them my phone and I'll be gone for 3 weeks.
either one of these two right here would be just fine with me.
All right, I'll do it.
You know they start at 6 o'clock in the morning, don't you?
Yes, I do. But you get off early, right?
I'm usually there at 5.
Don't scare them, Jay.
Okay, so the week of the 8th,
Yep.
Do you have a list? Is that how it normally works? A task list that you give off, and that's kind of what we discussed before, that you would give to someone and they just facilitate basically the things being done? Not necessarily, is that how it works? Is that what he's talking about? Somebody that needs to do that down there?
we need, somebody's gotta be on the job all day, every day. So,
Somebody that's currently there? Is that the way you've done it in the past?
normally.
Yeah, I usually try to talk somebody into doing it.
Well, Jay, I would do it, but I don't have time. I got too many other obligations.
I know how that is.
But in times past, we've had a surveyor fill in, we've had other people down there fill in. So I don't think I'm going to get any volunteers here today. Have you got anybody down there willing to do it?
I don't know, I'll have to ask them.
Well, ask them and see.
If I have to ask and they say yes, I'll hand them the phone.
Okay.
Until they're on their own. They
Okay.
know what they gotta need to be doing, they should anyway. But we're paving right now, and all they gotta do is remember saving up money for chip seal. Not get carried away,
Well,
because they got a list of where they need to go.
okay.
And plus, they gotta remember, they gotta pick up anything that comes in off the side. We got some side ones to do, but we haven't had any spare people to go out and do them.
Yeah.
Different things like driveways and stuff like that, we can fix the ends of.
Everybody's in the same boat.
Yep.
Well, stay with us on this. Let us know something as soon
Okay.
as you can. Okay?
I'll let you know who you can yell at.
Okay.
Anything else?
Anybody got anything else for Jay? Okay. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jay. Okay, County Surveyor Bill Mackey, do you have anything for us today? Do you have a progress report on Bridge 9?
They've got all the pilings in on both north and south sides, so they'll be moving forward from there. So, yeah, they're moving. Actually, I think they worked this last Saturday or try to get back on schedule, so yeah, they're moving right along.
Okay. Dick, do you have anything for us today?
No, always good to see you.
Okay, it's good to have you here.
Michelle came in.
Oh, I couldn't see her back there. Michelle, we had you on the agenda earlier. You came in.
It's been a busy day,
Yeah.
and then it slipped my mind, I'm sorry. I wanted to come over and let you guys know we got the IDOC grant awards in last week, and total between the entities, we've been granted $1,117,862, so $1,117,862. And that is exactly what we got last year. They did not increase anybody's budgets. They sent out what we had. The only change was they made me split a couple people out of jail treatment into community corrections to be in the guidelines of the mental health jail treatment services. So community corrections got $311,038. Work release was $340,890. Jail treatment was $120,221. And then drug court was $125,025. Probation was $175,935. And prosecutor's diversion was $44,753. And each grant entity needs to resubmit their budgets into the online application. I've submitted all three of mine today. The only other thing I have is with John Bodwell retiring, he was the appointment for defense attorney, which is required by statute on our advisory board. Dave Butch has agreed to take that position, and I would need for this board to appoint him.
Okay, so a defense attorney is required.
Yes. And Dave has served in that capacity, well, not as the defense attorney, but he served for the mayor's appointee when he was city attorney, so he's familiar with what the advisory board does.
Okay. I forgot about John retiring.
Yeah. In May.
Yeah. Okay, you two got any defense attorneys in your pocket, or know of anybody else? Well, yeah, we've got one right here. He's a defense attorney.
Yep.
Can't do it.
I'll move to approve Dave Butch to the board for defense attorney.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy, to appoint David Butch to replace the vacancy left by John Bodwell on the Community Corrections
Advisory
Advisory Board. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. Well, that takes care of that.
Yep, one more. Also an advisory board appointment, Diana Wright turned in her resignation. She was a lay person, which this board needs to appoint, and I had to appoint her a couple of years ago because she obviously was the grant administrator and knew what was going on. So that position for a lay advocate needs to be made by this board. I haven't talked to Jolisa. I don't know if the board has anyone else they would want to set on there, but that position is open, will need to be appointed.
I don't have any suggestions for you. You two?
I don't. When does it need to be filled by?
Our next meeting isn't until October, so sometime prior to that next meeting. We meet quarterly.
Well, here's what you'll have to do, Michelle. You'll have to remind us, all 3 of us, every week or 10 days about it, because things easily get lost.
I know the feeling.
And, but you keep reminding us, and we'll try to meet that deadline.
Okay. And just a question for Jane. Has Department of Corrections sent the contracts? Have you got a
I
contract?
have seen.
Okay. They've
Usually
been
done.
about two weeks behind on
Okay.
everything. So if you would just let me know when you get it.
DocuSign, don't they, or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I've
And
not seen it.
here's a copy of this letter for you, Jane.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. County Attorney, do you have anything for us today?
Not today.
Okay. I think that takes care of everybody that was here. Mail, does anybody have any mail they want to share? Anybody have anything in their old business they want to bring up? This might fit into old business. Prior to the meeting, gave you guys a copy of an amended contract with a painting contractor. We've been on this for months and months and months. And do you want to take action on this today or not?
Might as well. I'll move to approve the contract with Z&W Painting Solutions for a cost of $13,200 with a $50 project completion charge if not done by the due date of,
September 30.
yeah, September 30th of 2022.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve a contract for services between the county and ZW Painting Solutions, $13,200. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes, Jane. I'll explain, this is a contract between us and a local painting contractor to paint all the exterior trim on the annex building. If you've noticed, especially the older part of the building looks pretty shabby right now. So the goal since last year is try to get that thing painted again and make it look better. So that's what we're doing here. Interestingly, this contract for $13,200 to paint just the trim on that building. It cost the county $14,700 to build that building in 1880. And this was the low bid. This is the low quote we got. So things do change over 130 or 40 years, don't they? Okay. Anything else under old business? Anything under new business? We have Bob Payne on the agenda for patron concerns. I don't see him here. Okay. Okay, that completes our agenda.
Move to approve claims and payroll.
Okay. We have a motion by Dale, second by Tracy to approve claims and payroll. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. You working the fair again today?
Yep. Horse racing today.
On Wednesday.
It's rodeo tomorrow night.
You what?
There's a rodeo tomorrow night.
On the rodeo. We get through the week without a bad storm, there will be all right.
Yep. Not sounding good though.
What day is the storm coming in?
Well, I believe they were saying Wednesday. And then every day the rest of the week.
care of the claims. Jane, are we forgetting anything?
I hope not.
Can you say that with a straight face?
No.
Okay. Neither can I. Okay.
All right, I move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Tracy, second by Dale to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you all very much.